Welcome back, East Texas. We're joined now by the East Texas Lupus and Autoimmune Awareness Group. Thank you so much for being here today.
No problem.
So let's talk a little bit about what lupus is if people aren't really familiar with the disease.
Lupus is an autoimmune disease, which means it's comprehensive to what our bodies are used to as far as, like, you know, if you have a certain disease, it attacks only that one disease. Lupus attacks comprehensively throughout the whole body. So that means that every organ, including the skin, is involved. So that's one of the reasons why it's so important for us to bring this awareness and to also bring the walk to East Texas.
Yeah, so what does the group kind of do year-round to help raise awareness?
Well, we do many different things, different events in the community, such as with the walk that we're getting ready to do, possibly like karaoke nights and really just dinners and even symposiums. I'm getting the information out there from healthcare professionals, family, and even the people who are suffering from it at the current moment.
So you guys were telling me that you're kind of personally attached to this. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Yeah,
the disorders that we deal with are so complex that it takes so many years to deal with. I was diagnosed after 5 years. It took 5 years to be diagnosed, and after that, it was so long before they could do anything else that it went further into other diseases. So the biggest thing for me personally was my struggles and what I went through, and then I saw other people dealing with the same thing, and I didn't want anyone else to have to deal with that. Then there's the family side.
Yes, and I personally have family members. I have one family member that just recently died last year from complications of lupus. I have a family member right now that's battling with it right now. So it not only affects just the person who's battling with it itself, but the family members, they struggle with it as well, because you don't know, okay, what is my family member going through? How do I help them? What ways can I do to go through to be more supportive? And it's one of those things where it takes emotional toll on everybody, not just the person itself, but the family also. So therefore, we all call ourselves warriors, because we're all fighting the fight together.
Right. And the biggest thing too also is the complexity of taking it from a lot of people who have to work 2 jobs, 2 different people in the family. It goes from a two income household to a 1 income household, and that causes really some major stress, and stress is major when it comes to lupus, actually any autoimmune disease. That's where we come in with this organization. We decided that we wanted to make it better for people.
Absolutely, and I definitely want to make sure we talk about the event coming up. When is your fun run happening?
That will be May 25th.
Okay.
And it's from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Heritage Plaza in downtown Longview. And that's on the corner of Methvin and Green, which is right down the road from Longview News Journal.
Right. It starts at 4 o'clock, ends at 10. We're going to be having a lot of things going on, a lot of fun events, a lot of fun things going on. But the main thing is when it gets night, that's when we're going to have the walk, because we're going to be doing it in memory of those who have actually lost the struggle and those who are still fighting it.
Absolutely. If people are interested in finding more about this, where can they find the details?
Okay, well, we do have a Facebook page, which is also our East Texas Lupus Awareness Group. All you have to do is go in the search bar and it'll pull it right up. Then also we have our email address, which is awarenessforlife2015@gmail.com, and you can get all of our information from there, and it has pictures of past events that we've done, also contact information from us also, because a lot of us, we all deal with different autoimmune diseases. There's contact information for any of us, so if there's something that one of us is not possibly dealing with, we have someone on staff or either one of our board members that can give you information, or even just be that ear to listen to.
Right. They can also call my phone, which is actually the organization phone, 903-399-6496. Again, my name is Tamara. I'm the president, and this is Kiva.
And I'm
She's the vice president.
All right. Well, thank you ladies so much for being here today.
Thank you.
No problem.